Hey, this is Joey and Mike from Powerbomb Weekly. The video you're about to watch right now does not have all the fancy stuff here on YouTube, and I apologize deeply. Life has been getting in the way, and it's more important to me that you get the video here now instead of just waiting 3 to 4 weeks before I can get it out. I apologize, but keep up, and we'll be back to the fancy stuff soon. Thanks a lot for understanding.
More content in the future. Thank you, guys. So,
all right.
What do we got up next? Do we have AEW up next?
We have AEW coming up next, and let me tell you, oh my gosh.
Really? Are you going to tell me this was good or bad? Because last week I noticed that we went very late because I had watched about 60%, would you say, of AEW? And
Yes.
because I had to see what my guys that I picked were going to do, right?
Right.
And we realized that took a very long time because AEW has some stuff. So I'm coming in cold.
So, welcome to the review for AEW, and just going to be AEW on this particular portion. AEW had a show. Let me just tell you that.
Okay.
So, we started off with Eddie Kingston and Lance Archer. The battle, again, AEW always likes to start it off strong, and they do, for the most part, do that.
Yeah.
First thing Lance does is like, Jake, go. I got this. I appreciate your tutelage, but I want this myself. So Jake Roberts is like, all right, you're the murder hawk. You do, boo.
Okay.
Eddie tries some offense. Lance having none of it.
Okay.
None of it. Lance choke slams him out of the ring. Picks him up, choke slam him, throws him on the ground outside the ring. Eddie Kingston's violent mate. It is just a dream watching these two. They are Lance just straight up killing the dude. Eddie gets in like 2 offensive moves before Lance just starts beating the shit out of him again. It is beat down city. Lance, so they do the old school spot like Undertaker does, where he's holding him as he walks the ropes. Mm-hmm. He gets halfway down the ropes and he does a backflip. Lance Archer does a backflip landing on.
There's a reason your pops took him. No.
Lance never goes for the pin, though. It's all about just beat down. Well, Butcher and Blade come down with a beat up Jake.
Oh, cool. So they screw up their awesome match by having schmozz.
Yeah. Bunny hands Eddie Kingston some loaded knuckles.
Okay.
Pins Archer. Kingston gets the pin. And then the beatdown after the match. So you had, how many minutes of this amazing match go on? One of these days I'm actually going to be organized. I apologize. It will never happen. So you have, they didn't even put the time on this. It was like 7.5, 8 minutes of this really good match. I mean, it was physicality. We talked about it last week. Eddie Kingston loves what he does, and he makes it believable.
Yeah, we talked about Kingston. We put him in the vein of like Dreamer, where he sells the beatdown brutality very well.
I think that the beatdown, the whole schmoz, is not that bad in this instance because it's their first meeting. They want to build a program. He sent Jake back. That became a liability.
How many other matches tonight are going to have interference?
We'll count that. We'll keep counting that.
So that's one match with a schmoz.
All right. So next we go to Moxley somewhere talking about the whole Bucks thing. Is talking about how the Bucks are part of the elite. They're not part of the elite. Kenny, he can't keep track of it. The whole thing's worse than the young and the reckless. He's a very simple man. He likes his beer cold, his coffee hot. And he likes sex in the morning because that's how you should start your day.
Then Renee know this?
She's pregnant and she's at that second trimester.
But does she know this?
So then it just keeps going on, and like some people, less is more when it comes to a promo.
Moxley and Owens is a great example for this. Moxley, for some reason, is gone from trying to be Steve Austin to trying to be Harley Race, and I don't think he can do that.
So, long story short, he's in a match next week.
Against what? Another jobber? Why are you cutting a promo on the world champion? You just beat a jobber.
I think
Granted, he was a caveman and should have won, but I think
he's going after somebody in the elite.
Okay, why?
Because
he said he's going
he's on the path to get back his belt.
Because he's crazy, Dean Ambrose.
Then there's a Sting and Darby promo.
Does he not have a rematch clause?
They don't do that.
Okay.
It's all about rankings.
So he doesn't have okay, so he's in the rankings, so he lost. He was the title holder and he lost, right?
Right. So
which means he should go to...
He starts over.
0. Technically, he's at 1 now, right?
They start over.
Well, he just won a match, though.
Right, but there are other people ahead of... I don't keep track of AEW's ranking system, trust me. We don't want to go there.
Didn't they reset the rankings, too, at the beginning of the year?
So, next we have a Sting and Darby promo.
Don't do rankings if you can't keep track of them, people.
No, they can. I'm not.
No, I'm talking like them. They can't keep track of that because Moxley should not be cutting promos on the people that he lost to.
Stop! Darby is kind of being fed what to say by Sting. Darby's not a talker. Sting's helping him. But basically...
I've seen his cameos, because they did a review of cameos for it on Cordas that I just had to watch and listen to it. Yeah. Darby's is just like, hey man, it's Darby Allin. Thanks for giving me money. Bye.
Like, when I think of Darby Allin, I think of, like, his theme song should be the Batman theme song from the Lego movie. Darkness! Orphan!
What is his theme song? I mean, if his name's Darby Allin, it's got to either be Gigi or it's got to be the Germs. Like, come on, man.
But basically, they're saying, you want some, come get some team tags, basically. They are, they're not punks. They're, it was weird.
So they just cut the promo. They basically cut the rest of the promo that they should have cut last week when Taz called him out to begin with on this week because they need to get all those Sting bookings in.
So the next match was MJF and Jericho versus the Beach Blondes without Prison Tat Man. MJF and Jericho won.
Go back and look at last week's show where we referenced this gentleman. He's here.
No, he's not. I'm not putting him back up here.
No, that's what I'm saying. Go back and look at last week's show that Joey has cropped on YouTube. Please check out our YouTube channel for Powerbomb Weekly on the YouTube, where he put a wonderful picture of that gentleman right here, where you can see what I'm talking about when I say that this man is just covered in a lot of bad prison tattoos, including, I believe, in the center of his chest, he has the Spider-Man web symbol.
He also has...
He has, like, Wee and the Tasmanian Devil, like every redneck does, and some other stuff on there. And he's got, like, Barbarella or some shit tattooed on him. It's not very good.
You're making me do it.
At least, you know what? His tattoos are at least spotty consistently in the area like Saturn's was when Saturn was a wrestler, as opposed to the guys on Mask. NSK that are on NXT that literally look like they have just bad jail prison tattoos that they got while they got locked up for meth on them. It's pretty awful, guys.
He's gonna make me pull it up.
Yes, I am. Yes.
He has I Am Groot tattooed on him.
He has I Am Groot. NYC tattooed on his stomach.
He was established in 1991.
Yeah, EST.
It is up here now since we can look at it together.
He's got an awful generic flash pattern off the wall snake tattooed on him.
Anyway.
Does he have the Texas flag on his head? It looks like his bandana. Okay.
Yeah.
Now, the sad thing is, I'm going to say you're probably from Houston, but man, you look like you should be from Austin.
All right, so
it's 9 o'clock, love.
So
I derailed you.
There was nothing. Yeah, thanks. There was really nothing special about the match with MJF and Jericho. They worked well together. You knew that Giff Garrison and Pillman Jr. were not going to win this match. Then Pac does another one of his angry promos.
Oh, I got points?
Yeah, Pac promo, chomping at the bits. Mr. Abs himself.
Not having a match, though.
Not having a match. He'll be back next week. Apparently he's going to be teaming with Moxley or something soon. It's a whole...
Why? He has Death Triangle. Oh, wait, didn't Penta get in trouble for something?
There's something going on. So then we have Shaq. We have a promo with Shaq. Shaq is actually calls out Cody.
Oh, God. I forgot this was a thing.
He calls out Cody. So then Cody comes to the ring to do a promo.
Mm-hmm.
And it is a really long promo in which Arn Anderson's like, I told you not to take this match, and your dad would have told you This is a BS thing. Don't go for it. It's not worth it. It does nothing to further your career, and you've been taking chances that I advise you against, and I'm going to go against the grain, and I'm going to tell you, you need to take this match. You need to shut this man up, and you need to make your daddy proud.
Dusty would have been all over this. Cody baby. Cody baby. He's a former NBA multi-time champion, Cody.
His knees are bad.
His knees are bad. He's like, you're going to have to perform. You're going to look like $1 million, baby. You're going to look like $1 million. It's going to be great. You got to go out there. You got to do this match, son. You got to have the match with the big man. And trust me, you got to put him over. You got to make him look like $1 million because it's your neck on the line, baby. Like, Dusty would have been all over this match. Dusty would have been like, and Cody, baby, what's going to happen is he's going to lay you out. You're going to be flat out in the middle of the ring, and then Daddy going to come down, and Daddy going to do the big bionic elbow with him and bust him down, and the big man's going to hit the ground, and as soon as he does, you come off the top with your big flippy flip, and you put him out 1, 2, 3 in the middle of the ring. Rhodes family, baby. That was my interpretation of Dusty.
So, we started out hot.
Mm-hmm.
We got some crappy filling.
Mm-hmm.
And then we had what wasn't a great match, but a really interesting move ahead. I will say AEW sometimes lays really good seeds. So the match is between Adam Page and Ryan Nemeth, who is Dolph's little brother.
Oh, we did plug this, didn't we?
Ryan Nemeth is pretty green, but he was doing okay. In the middle of the match, about 2.5 minutes into the match, maybe a little sooner than that, Matt Hardy comes out.
Okay.
Exactly. And Matt Hardy just kind of stands there. And he stands on the ramp, and he just watches. And, he's encouraging Adam. I think he's encouraging Ryan. I'm not sure. But he appears to be cheering on Hangman Page. Amazing, as always, buckshot lariat. Lays out this kid. Looks great. The match went for 5.5 minutes.
So I'm guessing Matt can't go anymore. So they're finding other things for Matt to do.
So after the match, Matt's like, and he starts walking back to the back. Mm-hmm. And Adam Page just standing there, and he grabs the mic and he's like, "Hey, get back here." Matt's like, "Me?" Mm-hmm. He's like, "Come here." He's like, "Yeah." He goes, "What do you want?" "Nothing. Just came down to watch your match." No. Everybody wants something from me. What do you want?
He has a point.
Right. He goes, "Look, I've been watching you. And I've been watching everything that's going on. I've been seeing you getting pulled from here from the Elite. I see you getting all these offers from the Dark Order. I'm not here to offer you anything. Except for this. You deserve to be happy. You don't need to be going through the things you're going through alone. I've seen you. You're dressing in a part. You're not even dressing in the locker room. You're dressing in a closet off of the locker room.
Okay.
I'm an established star. I got something. Use my locker room. Just use my locker room. I don't want anything from you. Just use your locker room. No strings attached. Then he walks off.
Okay. Wait. Okay.
So it's this whole. Everybody keeps wanting Paige.
Yeah.
So he's going to go, "I want you.
Yeah.
But I'm not going to pursue you.
But
I'm going to make you pursue me."
But didn't Matt just cut an evil manager promo about how he's ripping off everyone? So if Adam Page falls for this, he's a moron who doesn't watch his own show.
Or, look, man, they knew what they were getting into. They weren't. I made them stars. You were already a star. This is where I see that going. That's how I see that going.
Okay.
They weren't stars. You are a star.
So,
I'm just here to make you. You should be happy.
So we're gonna have another inner circle group of the manipulative, old, whiny WWE guy cutting back and forth promos with the other guys who he's manipulating. So we're just getting another inner circle.
I don't know.
I see that you're enjoying this, and I appreciate it. Maybe it's because, as I said, I'm coming in cold. I didn't see any AEW. I didn't read any reviews for it. Joey is going to be my reviewer for this, and maybe it's the negative in me, and I said I wouldn't do it, of just So it's just another whiny faction that's going to infight?
I don't think so. I don't think that's where it's going.
Okay, if that's not where it's going, great. I'll get behind it. But until then, I'm on the reservation of another old whiny WWE guy leading a faction in this new hot promotion where they're just going to infight and bitch at each other for 6 weeks before they start having matches against each other for no reason.
Okay. Now, I was so excited when this match started.
Okay. He's so excited.
Dax versus Jungle Boy. Dax versus Jungle Boy. And what is the one thing Cornette has said time after time after time after time? If Jungle Boy would get some education from one of these non-flippy flips, the man would shine.
He's fat, like I said. We don't want to rub too much off Cornette, but yeah.
Okay.
He's all right with Jungle Boy, and obviously he likes Dax. We all like Dax.
Yeah. So they come out to do their match, but before the match starts, there's going to be a stipulation.
Okay.
Tully and Cash are handcuffed to Dino.
Okay.
There can be no interference with this match unless all three of them run in there together. Because Dino will hold back the other two, and the other two will hold back Dino because Dino's so much bigger, you know. So the thought is to stop any interference. The three of them are handcuffed to each other, sitting off to the side.
Okay.
So if the ring is right here, they are sitting off to the side, not opposite of the announcers.
Okay.
Okay.
My question is why are they allowed to get so close to the ring to begin with if you're going to do that?
Oh, they're if they
stick them in the stands.
All right. Anyway,
moving on. That's me nitpicking.
This match, for the first couple minutes, was a straight up match. It was blow for blow, move for move. Then we started getting a much tougher Jungle Boy.
Okay.
He was wrestling FTR match.
Okay.
This match at the first 4.5 minutes is a 4-star match.
Okay.
Easy 4-star match. Became hard hitting. What isn't a single flip? Blow for blow. Dax powerbomb. So he does this powerbomb that is, he goes to powerbomb. He powerbombs him on the ropes and then onto the ground.
Yeah.
I don't know if I just haven't seen this move in so long, but the beauty of it the beauty and the violence of it.
Yeah.
And Dax can pull it off.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
JR goes, that was gruesomely beautiful.
Okay.
This match is, all caps, amazing. I'm, marking out on this.
Then...
Dad just predicted Marco Stunt is going to enter this match and ruin it.
And then...
we got some amazing 2 counts. 2 count. I cannot state how amazing this match is right now.
And
Dax is in some kind of submission. Tully and Cash trying to get him. Dino pulling him grab. Dax is in a submission. Holy shit, Dax just tapped out to Jungle Boy. Sorry.
So,
this match...
he's very excited for this.
This match was 4 freaking stars all night long. This is one of the best matches I've seen this year in this promotion.
And then?
And then after the match, there's
okay. Let's pause right there for a minute. Okay.
This match was so great. You need to watch this match.
But we had an amazing match, according to Joseph, and I know Dax and seeing Jungle Boy, and I will say that I don't like...
single flip in this match.
I don't like the fact that they essentially validated the fact that if he would just stop doing the flippy flip shit, he would be a real wrestler. I don't know how I feel about that, but he worked a style in a match different than what he's used to that proves that he can do other things, which is very good. We had an amazing match. I'm good with that.
Yes.
Anything that happens afterwards that might be awful, it happened after the match.
Right.
I'm fine with that. After the match,
4-star match.
Good stuff. Okay.
So after the match, there was a huge, after the match, with the start of the beatdown. You know, Dax or Tully, and they got out under the handcuffs. There was a beatdown. Then they did this really crazy thing that worked in a weird, oddly way. Worked. So they beat down Dino. Marco Stunt didn't even try. I don't think. They beat down. You know, after. Sorry, I got to collect myself. So you have a match where Jungle Boy is spent. I mean, he's put in 15 minutes.
Looks like 11.
14:49.
14:49. Okay.
15 minutes.
All right.
Dax is tired. He's tired, but you got a fresh Tully and you got a fresh Cash Wheeler.
And then they beat up Luchasaurus.
They knock out Luchasaurus. Match is over. Then they get uncuffed. They get uncuffed, and then they beat down Jungle Boy some more, and then they take Lucha, and on the hard in AEW, the hard cam is with the ring behind the entrance behind him. So they basically handcuff him with him standing on the ground, and they handcuff his to the ropes like this. So he's like this. He can't go anywhere.
Okay, yeah.
And they cut off his horns of his mask.
Okay.
Which is like super insulting, I guess.
Yeah. No, I mean, okay.
And
because you have to remember,
I'm
about to say, the man's character is he believes he is half man, half dinosaur, half wrestler.
Right.
Okay. He's like Man Bear Pig.
But it worked. It really did. And then they go to cut off Jungle Boy's luscious locks.
Yeah, I don't think they paid him enough to do that.
And that's when SCU comes in, so Kevin points for for Daniels.
Okay.
I would say you need to go watch this match.
But isn't SCU on there as soon as they lose a match, which means they're gonna lose a match to FTR, right? So FTR is gonna be the ones to retire SCU, is what
probably.
Okay, yeah.
So then
points off the board, Kevin.
Not yet. Then, because you have something super amazing, you have to go stupid again. Team Taz beats up the people selling merchandise at the merchandise booth that's in the middle of the parking lot away from anybody.
So they should have just called the show after the beatdown that just happened in the
because,
ring.
Sting merch and no Brian Cage merch.
Okay.
Then you have Dr. Britt versus Shauna, who's dressed like Naruto.
Here's a question, and maybe you could answer me this. Taz is upset that they're not getting respect from the company.
Right.
Taz is upset that they will not recognize the FTW belt as a legitimate title to be defended in AEW. He's now upset that he's wrecking the merch stand booth because there's no merch for his team, right?
Right.
Why don't you go someplace else? Oh, that's right, because you hit the glass ceiling and the brass ring and WWE won't hire your waterbed ass.
So the next match is garbage. Dr. Britt versus Shayna. Not Baszler.
We're still going. Why didn't they end with a high note?
This match was 8.5 minutes, 45 seconds too long. There were some beat 'em ups. Thunder Rosa came out. This match was crap.
Oh God, there's another match.
Then you have MJF tries to smooth overs with Sammy.
Yeah.
And Sammy goes, "Look, dude, I see through the manipulation. I'm not stupid. MJF, you can bullshit all the rest of them. You're not bullshitting me."
And let me guess, did they hit that censor button like 4 seconds too
late? They didn't say bullshit.
Okay.
Sorry.
Okay. I was going to say because obviously you've seen them where they like to say shit on AEW now a lot, and they pretend to hit the censor button, but it's always late.
But MJF in true MJF fashion goes, "Sure, this is how you want to play it," and he just walks off.
I think that's a nice way of MJF saying, "I got everybody else on my side."
Right. MJF's like, "Look, we can do it your way, the easy way, or the hard way."
Why do I have a feeling because we've called it? Because it's clear that it's clear that execs for WWE and AEW are watching our show because they, as Uncle Dave likes to say, plans tend to change. Are they going to do the thing where Jericho's going to rally the inner circle and against MJF and be like, "We knew what you were doing the whole time, and it took you 2 weeks to start plotting against us"? So are they going to try and outsmart the outsmarter?
Either it's just going to be what I hope happens at this point is they all kick out MJF, or they all kick out Jericho.
Yeah.
And then Sammy's like, and then Jericho's like, Sammy, I'm sorry. I should have listened to you. And Sammy's like, beat feet.
Okay.
That's what I hope happens.
Okay.
So then the Good Brothers and the Young Bucks are in the interview.
Don't care. Skip it.
Oh, no. Because here comes Don and Kenny.
I care less.
We need to talk about what happened last week with that horrible thing.
Does he still have the shiner
yeah, he
on
still
his
has the
face
horrible
from where
makeup.
he got abused? Okay.
So then you have the Bullet
It's
Club.
not funny.
You have the Bullet Club.
Okay.
Versus the Dark Order. John calls out Doc Gallows.
Okay.
Little John Silvers calls out Doc. Doesn't work out well.
You know what? You picked him on your roster, and he's in a main event.
The Bucks do some flippy flips. I did not put any main event points on any of this. But anyway, Stu Grayson gets a lot of great offense. John Silver gets some amazing offense. Evil Uno, not so much. Evil Uno can't do any... Like, everybody else looks great. Evil Uno, not so much.
Okay.
They are making the Dark Order look really good. Now we have some more flippy flips from the Bucks to ruin what was a decent match. We get to have a quadruple super kick.
So I haven't... Obviously, I'm behind. Wasn't the Dark Order basically buried in, like, mid-card jobber status?
They were.
Until...
Then we get the Meltzer driver. Yay. Matt Jackson pins Stu. I actually wrote this was a 3.5. This was a 3-star match. It could have been 4, but Bucks got a buck.
They do.
Bucks got a buck. Ray Phoenix comes out to get beat up. John Moxley comes out. Omega comes out. Omega's on the ground at the end. Overall, it was a 3-star show. He had some... there was such greatness in it, and then there wasn't. Jungle Boy versus Dax Harwood. It is a contender for match of the year for AEW.
Is that really the only thing, though, that you feel puts that up so high?
Kingston and
match?
Kingston and
the
Archer.
opener. So once again, go back and watch
It's
some
a
of our
sandwich.
shows because I do, and this is what happens: is they have a really great opener,
Something great in the middle,
something great in the middle,
and they usually end on a pretty good note.
and they end on a progressive note. I will say,
Progressive notes.
yes, they progress their whatever it is they're doing, but it's just whatever's in the middle. They have to fix. You need to fix the meat of your potatoes. You got some really good potatoes.
No, they have the. It's a sandwich. They have
Okay.
good bread. They have a really good top slice, a good slice. They got some good meat in the middle, but the condiments they're putting. It's a peanut butter and ham sandwich.
But I feel like it's more like they have a good slice at the top and then like a heel at the bottom. You know, when you're the person who gets the heel half of the sandwich, you're just like.
But it's still a peanut butter and ham sandwich.
It's still a peanut butter and ham sandwich. Okay.